In this video, I will show you how to use the route templates within SmartCollection. Route templates are basically a route that you save without a driver. Then later you can pick it up, edit it, adjust it, and send it to a driver. The main idea is if you have pretty standard routes on a Monday, on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, and so on, you can make these templates to make your job a little bit easier. So in the SmartCollection, you have three user groups. You have the super user or the manager. They can, of course, create these route templates. They can clone them. They can edit and adjust them. The area managers, they can also clone and edit the routes in the route templates. The driver will see all the route templates, and if you have decided to work this way, they can click on the route template and it's sent directly to their route. And then from there, the driver can adjust the route if they need. Normally, this is easiest to do for the driver on a PC, as on the phone it all becomes quite small. Not many use these features, but if you have a wish, if you have independent drivers, you can start out by making some route templates and you can ask them to plan their weeks, adjust them as it's best for them. So now I will go through how you do this. I'm currently logged in as a super user in a test environment, and as you can see at the moment, I have a lot of route templates already done here. You can see I can delete my own route templates, and then there are some I can't delete, and that's because they have been made by other users. I can of course clone them and edit them and create new routes. So how do you make this? You go into your route plan by container. You make a route plan, for example, for Morton that he is normally using. He starts at this location, and he starts at this and he stops at this, and the driver is Morton. I can put in a truck if I want. If not, the system will ask for it before the driver starts his route. On a template, you might be best off maybe not deciding the route if the car if they have many options. Then you give it a name. I can call this, for example, this template is for Doncaster Thursday route, for example. That's all about the top. Then I come down to my planning. Maybe you are using predefined route to narrow down. If not, you can start by searching on addresses. Let's try Doncaster. I don't have an area called Doncaster, but if I put in here Doncaster, I will see all containers, and there are 16 of them with a postcode in Doncaster. So you check the last 8 weeks statistics to see if they are all needed, and then you add them accordingly. If you are wanting to add all, you can just click on this. If you want to individually select the containers that you feel needs to be emptied based on the statistics, this is how you do. They are now added to the route. Now I can say draw this on a map. And this basically is for you to see that this is a good route. You can also see the containers in the area. There they came up. And you can decide to look at some of them and say, based on the 8-week statistics, well, I can still add this one. I will also add this one as it's on the way. When you are happy with your adaptation, you draw the route again, and the containers have now been selected. Now I have done this route. It tells me more or less the distance of driving, total driving time, how many containers has been added, And based on the previous 8 weeks and some algorithm, it's estimating that in total there will be so many kilos. Of course, this is a test environment, so we don't have any data. I am now happy with this route, and now comes the thing. You can send it to the driver, and if you have put in the driver name up at the top here, you will have this option. But you can also save it as a template, and then it does not go to the driver. So if I click on this, save route to template, it has now been added as a route template. So if I, as a super user, go back to my front page, let me search Doncaster, here I have my templates. So this is now a template that I can use to plan. It's a template that the area manager can use to plan. And if I now log in as an area manager, now I'm in as an area manager, I go to my front page, as I search on Doncaster, I can see now that I have access to this template. I cannot delete it because it was made by somebody else, but I can clone it and I could send it to a driver. So from here on, I will do an example from the area manager, but you can do it as a manager as well. I will now clone this route. And when I clone it, it will show up here as Thursday cloned. And now I own this clone. I will now edit this because this is the one I want to send to the driver. So the driver is Morton. Everything else is done. So I can say Thursday the 21st, for example. Van I'm okay with. Down at the bottom, I can see that the containers has already been selected. So what I will do before I send it is to quickly search in the area or predefined route or whatever you do, just to see that there are not any critical containers that needs to be added to the route. If you are happy straight away, you can draw the route. You go to the segment, and now you can send the route to the driver. So as an area manager, I have now used a route template to create a route that I have sent to the driver. Now I will log in as a driver. Go to my front screen. As you can see here, I have access to all the route plans. And if I now go down, here at the top, I can see my next route is the one that has been sent down to me by the area manager. I can edit it if I'm a driver, or I can just start the route. The driver also have access to all these cloned routes. So in principle, if the routes are totally standard, so for example, Doncaster, Tuesday morning, me as a driver, I can just click this clone, and for a driver, it is just added up here straight away. And I can start it. Or I can edit it, check it, see if it's all right, save it, and then start it. So that's how the route template works on the 3 levels within SmartCollection, from the super user, the manager, to the area manager, to the driver. As I mentioned in the start, the route template is mostly used if you have pretty standard routes. If you are going to optimize the route every single week, you are better off using something that is called predefined routes. But I will come back to that in another video.